Good morning. Gonna be going for about a 2-hour run this morning, and the goal is to get as much vert as possible in 2 hours. Just gonna go up and down a hill, I guess. But you know what they say, the best warm-up for a 2-hour run is some pull-ups. So that's what we're gonna do, of course. Gotta get the pull-ups in. All right, now we're warmed up, let's go run. All right, so this is the trail that I've just been going up and down, take you all the way up. I think it's about an eighth of a mile, or maybe close to a fifth of a mile from the bottom to the top. And I'm at 6.5 miles right now, 85 minutes in, and just about 2,000 feet of elevation gain. So I would say that's solid. I should get over 8 miles, close to 9 miles. And my original goal was 8. And I'll get probably between 2,500 and 3,000 feet of elevation gain if I continue at this pace. Honestly, it's been going decent. It's definitely tough, but it hasn't really been getting a whole lot harder the last 45 minutes or so, I think. So just continuing to grind it out and go up and down the hill. Got a little bit more to the top. All right, made it to the top. Just under 0.2 miles, I think, from the bottom to the top. So I've done this, I think, over 20 times now. Maybe not quite 20, actually. Yeah, not quite 20, but just gonna keep going for the next half hour. And then once I get to the 2-mile mark, or 2-hour mark, that is, I have another fun challenge planned, I guess, that will add just a little bit more difficulty to this training session. About 15 minutes left, just crossed the 8-mile mark, and 2,500 feet of elevation gain. And I've been thinking recently a lot about effort, and I think I've been a lot more focused this summer on things I want to improve on, and projects I want to work on, and goals I have. And in some senses, I've made a lot of progress, and I think it's attributable to effort in a lot of cases. And I've been thinking even more about it on the run this morning, because I've been listening to a book called Grit by Angela Duckworth. It's very interesting. It talks about a wide array of individuals and industries, from the military to business to, learning in school and artists and all that kind of stuff, and how people reach the top of their field, sort of, and how sometimes talent is not a very good predictor for super hard things, but rather effort and grit. All right, pretty much a wrap. Got like 3/4 of a mile cool down probably to get back to the car. Man, want to jump in that stream right now, but it's probably not the absolute cleanest thing out there. So I finished up the 2 hours. I think I got around 2,700 feet of gain and over 9 miles. So very happy with that. And then the extra challenge was to try to run just a fast mile, at least for me. So the goal was under 7 minutes once I hit that 2 hour mark. So I have to wait, see till I get back what the actual split is. But I think I might have made it. By the time I got to like the halfway point, I was struggling and didn't really think I was gonna make the 7 minutes. But I don't know. I didn't really think I was that fast towards the end, but I think it came in under 7 minutes. Sometimes my watch isn't super accurate though, so there's a chance it kind of says I did that, but didn't actually go that fast. Who knows? It's hard to tell sometimes. And the reason I did this training session like this is because I have 2 races coming up in the next 3 weeks. The first of them is in about 2 weeks, which is a local 5K that my work is sponsoring for and paying for. So figured wouldn't hurt to get in some faster miles ahead of that. I would love to go sub 20 at that, but I think the chances of that are pretty low. That's like 6:20, 6:25 minute miles. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that. But my fastest 5K about, I think like 2.5 years ago, maybe it was 1.5 years ago. I think 1.5 years ago was like under 21 minutes. So my fastest wasn't too far off, but not sure what kind of fitness I'm in right now for speed. And then my other race coming up the weekend after is the Boulder Beast, which Alexis and I are doing together. It's 25 miles trail race in Pennsylvania, close to 6,000 feet of elevation gain, so it's pretty gnarly. It'll be like, I think the winners will probably be around 4 hours, and then most people are in the 7-hour range, probably something like that, I would guess. So that's the reason I did the vert before the speedy mile. So pretty happy with how the run went. Let's take a look at the stats here. Total time was 2 hours 18 minutes. Total mileage 11.77. So average pace of just under 12 minutes per mile, which might seem kind of slow, but I had close to 3,000 feet of elevation gain. At least that's what my watch said. I don't know how accurate my watch is. Sometimes I think it overestimates the elevation gain, but I think definitely over 2,000 feet for sure, which was my initial goal. And I was happy as well that my last mile there, or the mile section that I did at the end in preparation for 5K racing type speed, I guess, was 6:50 according to my watch. So under the 7-minute goal I was hoping for. Obviously gonna have to run faster than that for 3 times the distance in order to get sub 20-minute 5K, but obviously after that hill training for 2 hours, my legs aren't going to be fresh for sure. I was certainly happy as well. I was working on just training in terms of hydration and fueling, and I was just drinking constantly, drinking some electrolytes, drinking some fuel. I also had some snacks I was eating throughout on a pretty regular basis, and didn't really have any sort of stomach issues to speak of, so I was really happy with that. So not sure if it's possible to effectively train for these 2 different types of races, but I just thought I'd try doing something like that, and it was fun for sure, and I enjoyed it. So that's part of what counts in my book as well. If you do have any suggestions for videos or things you'd like to see in the future, definitely let me know in the comments below. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.